Hello everybody, welcome again to my channel. And today I'm going to be reviewing a familiar brand and then a new brand for the channel. So let's get introductions in order. To my right there is a Casio Edifice Chronograph, and then to the left there is the Citizen Promaster Diver. And these two watches kinda represent my changing in taste when it comes to my watches. And so let's dive into it. So the Citizen on the left, it's they're both two of my newer models, but the Citizen there is kind of a little bit more near and dear to me. It is the first watch that I've bought that was over the 200 cap. It was actually, closer to $300. And I know this channel is more for watches on the affordable side, and some people would argue that that's still affordable. I mean, it's definitely affordable if you compare it to like a Rolex or a Patek Philippe, but the truth of the matter is it's, 300 is still quite a lot to throw at a watch. You can do a lot with that. That's a lot of gas. It's special to me because it was my kind of gift to myself to kind of affirm that, I'm doing pretty okay in life. It's kind of like the gift to me. Like, treat yourself, the ultimate treat yourself to myself. And I can honestly say it was very well worth the $300. The case finishing is amazing. I think it's very immaculate. The gold, it's a little dirty, but I mean, I've been wearing it, so this does get some wear use, doesn't get hidden away. The finish is amazing. It's not shiny, it's more of a brushed. The rotating bezel, it's one directional, and the clicks are so satisfying, and you can't click it back the other way. So if you want to go back to the original position, you're gonna have to wind it all the way. And this watch just has so much depth. It's like the Casio Diver. The chapter ring is sunken. These hands look amazing. They kind of look like little towers. The loom is a beautiful blue, and there's just so much detail that I wish I can capture with my phone, but this is on a budget. And it's the rubber strap that is actually very comfortable. I was debating whether to change it out, but honestly, I'm just gonna keep it until this wears out on me. It is surprisingly comfortable. It's more comfortable than any of the resin straps I ever wore. And I think overall the watch is a slam dunk. It's not heavy. These both are still quartz movements, but they're pretty. The Eco Drive is a pretty awesome quartz movement. It's solar powered, or just light powered in general. So even like me shining this light on it, it's gonna charge up, and it can stay charged for a good long time. Sometimes I keep it in the old watch box for closer to a week. Still ticks, nothing's wrong. The quality control is amazing. It hits the markers every time. So that's kind of what I wanted to look for when I was buying a watch at this price, especially a quartz one. I was like, I need that to be accurate. So it's been hitting the markers either dead on or just even a smidge over, but that's still pretty good in my opinion. It's hard to get that in a quartz watch, that perfect alignment. And I've been very happy with the watch. I like the Promaster series, and that's kind of leads to the watch that's next to it. So I was looking at the Citizen Nighthawk. It's another one of their Promaster series, but it's for the aviation side of things, where this is more of a diver's watch. And I think it's actually certified. I forget what the certification is, but it's an actual certified dive watch. So this is like a tool, a literal tool for diving. Like you'll be fine with this. And but the Nighthawk, it was still on the it was as much as the Citizen, but I was like, I already put in that much money for the Citizen. I don't know if I can really kind of shell out that money not right after, but so soon after buying this. So I was looking around the market, and then I saw that there was the Seiko Flightmaster, which is even more expensive, but I like the design of that. And then I found this Casio Edifice Chronograph, which is like a mix of both worlds, and I thought it was amazing. So like this crown on the left side actually moves the inner bezel so you can rotate, do calculations. Like I said, I don't know how to do the calculations, so I'm not gonna sit here and lie. The chronograph function works very well. It's kind of a shame that there's no kind of tactile feel to the buttons. You can either kind of have to figure out whether it's there or not, and someone would press it. That one has a good feel to it, but sometimes you don't really get that feedback. It's pretty awesome. Like, see, I didn't feel a click, but you kind of have to double check. Reset that, and then it goes back to where it was. It has like a nice sunburst to the dial, which is pretty amazing, and the detail is awesome. The lume on the hands is not as strong as my Citizen, but I think for the money, it wasn't terrible. This came on a bracelet, but I'm not a huge fan of bracelets, so I opted out for this Richie Sally cloth band, 22 millimeters. And it is thick, but it's very reassuring. I feel like it's gonna be a strap that lasts. And so my reasons for buying this one, I went to a Breitling store and I saw one of their Navi timers. And obviously I couldn't afford any of that. I just like to go to places where I know I can't afford crap. It's kind of weird, but you know, it's almost like motivation, like maybe one day. So I went in there and I saw one of their Navy timers, like, wow, I like that. It looks busy, but it looks pretty cool at the same time. And this one kind of looks a little bit like it. I know that sounds like a stretch, and a lot of people in the Breitling community, if they're even watching this, which I really doubt, probably gonna be upset, but it looks good. It looks like, to me, it looks like a mix between all three of them, a Breitling, Seiko Flightmaster, and a Citizen Nighthawk. It doesn't have a GMT function, neither of these ones do, but I mean, who really cares? And yeah, let's take a lume shot real quick, see if I can get it to show up. So not terrible, but you definitely see it more on the Citizen. I know there's like another light in the room that kind of prevents me from seeing it, but let's see if we can kind of darken these up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how this looks on my phone, so I apologize again. And I know most of my videos have been like very off-centered, and I know I should probably take time to edit that, but to me that takes the fun out of doing these videos. These videos are more just for me to ramble on and kind of talk about things I like to talk, and I don't really want to edit. Sounds lazy, but I mean, it's true, I'm lazy. But yeah, so these two watches, pretty much the C and the track. These are technically, I think, for like actual racing, not aviation. I could be wrong, most likely am. But this watch was I found it on Amazon for $109, which is much more reasonable than the $300 range of the Nighthawk and the Seiko Flightmaster. There are some things I wish that would be better with the Casio Edifice. And this is where I think the change in quality control comes with the price. The Citizen, everything looks immaculate. Everything is where it needs to be. There's no deviations. The inside's clean. It's just, to me, one of the better watch. And for the Edifice, where it flies short is the alignment. The alignment isn't the greatest, which, this kind of hides it because you can't really like see it too much, but you can still notice it. And where there are places in lume, specifically the 6 o'clock, there's actually a chip at the bottom of one of those two indicators, which is not noticeable from far away given how busy the dial is, but it's if you look at it closely, it's one of those things. So there's like a bunch of minor imperfections with the Edifice, whereas the Citizen, I failed to see one. And yeah, I think that'll do it for this review. If you want to say any recommendations for any further watches to consider, I am kind of in the market for a dressier watch, a more simplistic one. Maybe what's that called? A Bauhaus kind of looking watch, either like from Braun or even Skagen. But if you guys have any other ideas to other brands, I'm open to them. I'm trying to keep it under Honestly, no more than 125, to be quite honest. I don't want to spend anything more than that. I know that's very limiting, but you know, it's why we have variety, right? All right, so I'll catch you guys next time.